Andre Onana and his next step is a point of confusion for many a Man United supporter. But guess what? Certain clubs in Europe are beginning to show interest in Manchester United's outcast. What exactly is the fate of Onana, as it is further confirmed that Emiliano Martinez is waiting on Manchester United? What's the fate? According to reports we are getting, Man United have not yet formally or officially informed Andre Onana that he's surplus to requirements. They haven't done that. So in his mind, he's still planning as a Man United player next season. Is that a good thing? The good thing is you should subscribe, like, and share so that you get all the answers to those questions going forward from this platform. But even more important, you've got to learn how to earn online. Guys, this generation is all about the internet. If you sit back, reflect on your life and how much time you spend on the internet, you will understand what I'm saying, that this generation is all about the internet. Learn how to earn on this internet where you are at all the time. All of you can earn from it, from whichever country, whichever part of the world you're in. For as long as you see me, you are on the internet, so you can earn from it. Learn how it's done. Now, the reports that are coming in now are quite interesting. A lot is going on. AS Monaco are now showing interest in Andre Onana. They could offer him an exit. Do remember, like that AS Monaco are trying to work on, bring themselves back up to, competition, to competitive football, where they will be talked about or spoken about in the same lines as some of the giants of Europe, because AS Monaco is a giant in Europe, historically, at least by France's standards. And now that PSG have even won a Champions League title, Monaco will certainly have reason to try and revamp themselves. So they are trying to recruit players who have got a bit of experience in them, but still a certain fair edge in their feet. So they talk of players like Paul Pogba. We know that Monaco have tabled a beautiful offer for Pogba. They are considering him seriously. We do know that several other clubs in France as well could be interested in him, but the prospect of Pogba joining Monaco is, I think, quite high, because the contract is on his table. It's up to him to agree to sign it or not. Now, if they add on Andre Onana, to their list, you think it makes sense in terms of what they are trying to rebuild. Onana too has got interest from several clubs in Saudi. So you feel in terms of options, they are there. It's not like one of those players where you don't want this player, but not so many clubs are showing interest in him. In any case, according to Ben Jacobs, Man United, and I think I've been saying this as well, they are yet to decide. They are still undecided on whether they are keeping Onana as a number 2 and or they are bringing Emi Martinez now, because it was never in their plan, Man United, to buy a goalkeeper now, because they thought Onana has a long contract and he was a good goalkeeper by the time they got him. So with the opportunity of Emi Martinez emerging, now they are getting ideas. Should we bring him as the number 1 and Onana stays as the number 2? Is he open to that? Or what, do we skip the option and stick with Onana? So all the things are soon going to be finalized. But what is clear is that Man United are very open to the Emi Martinez opportunity, and they have started holding talks. They have initiated talks. So it's certainly serious. Now, that's where I think, for me, the fact that a European club comes now and shows interest in Onana, not just these Saudi clubs, I think is a good thing. It shows us that maybe he can move. AS Monaco is in France. Onana is French speaking. So I think it's a match made in heaven for a player who is trying to rediscover his mojo and be able maybe to attract other big clubs again, because he has proved it before. So that's the state of Andre Onana and what's going on with his future at Man United. The thing is, center stage now is Man United and a goalkeeper. As they're advancing in Beumo, the next step clearly seems to be the goalkeeper, and that's where they want to shift their focus in the coming days. So beautiful updates there concerning the player situation. I told you departures are now beginning to be important, because in certain positions you need to sell to buy for United, unfortunately. Now, away from that, Rasmus Hojlund, United seem to be insistent on a permanent sale. If Inter Milan are serious, pay the money, around 40 million quid. Man United gets enough money to finance a striker and keep maybe Zach Zanchido Obi. The fact is, Inter are still trying, I think, to discuss a loan option, so it's there. So the Rasmus Hojlund deal is still there, near and far between. Then you look at Marcus Rashford. There are reports that we are claiming now that Barcelona are considering, after finishing Nico Williams, they want to go back and restart talks for Marcus Rashford. They seem to be so interested in him. He seems to be a perfect false nine, probably, for the project they are trying to build. If you have Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, and Dani Olmo, they play 4-3-3. So Rashford can be a false nine in that system. So perhaps that's what they are trying to consider. So I think keep watch. But also, we hear now that Rashford has been offered to several clubs. I mean, certain big clubs are even being named. I will not mention that because the source is not quite credible. But Rashford could have a bit of options for him. Newcastle is spoken about. Now some people are beginning to mention Real Madrid. I don't know how easy that would be. But he seems to want to join Barcelona, and he seems to be open to even the idea of taking a pay cut to join Barcelona. So Rashford is on. Watch out for what could happen with him. So the progress for Man United is that Onana is in the house now. Got interest now. Mona, how much could United pocket for Onana? Maybe they could ask for not more than 25 or 30 million. I think 25 to 30 million quid is enough, and I think the same amount of money, 30, can get Emiliano Martinez from Aston Villa, despite him having a contract until 2029, which gives Aston Villa, I think, a bit of competitive advantage. I think the fact is the player is already is mentally prepared to go. Villa do need money to survive PSR. I think it's a deal we can pull off, but also I think United has players that Villa could use. Quite a number of players in there that maybe in a swap deal is also possible in a way, with some cash to get to that. But even a direct deal, a deal is quite possible. So that's where we are as Manchester United. It is the United Sport. 4 players are clearly leaving, even if they don't find clubs according to what we've got. Even if Antony, Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, and Sancho all won't train with the team during the pre-season tour, they will start Carrington if they don't have clubs by the time the pre-season tour starts. So these guys are proper out of the plans for Ruben Amorim, according to what we gather. This is the United Sport. My name is Webb. That was a quick wrap-up of what's happening Man United today. As of today, I'll be back with more when it arises. For now, keep your fingers crossed about Andre Onana, but most importantly, use your fingers to subscribe, to like this video, to share it, and to copy the number down there on your screen. Make use of it. Rush to me. Come learn how to earn online. It's very important. I'm waiting for you. Peace, love, and harmony. Cheers.